Hello again, it's Margie, and I have to share this little delightful treat with you. It was shared with me many years ago, and I've been making it for many years. And what I love about it, you can dress it up and you can drop it down. It can be a cookie, it can be a little cake, it can be a Christmas cake, whatever you want, that it can be. And what I love about it, you can make it today and serve it in 3 months' time. It freezes beautifully. You can make it now and hold it for Christmas. Wrap it up in baking paper, dress it with brandy, turn it upside down, seal it with tin foil, and your Christmas cake is done in the quieter months when you're not as busy as you are just before Christmas. So what I've done, I've put my fruit on the stove, so approximately 450 grams of fruit and 450 grams of pineapple. You can either use tinned pineapple, or you can use fresh pineapple. It doesn't matter. Now, that is a movable feast. If you've got beautiful cherries, do a little bit less fruit and put more cherries in. If you want to add nuts, you don't boil the nuts, but you boil all the fruit. So I've put a little less fruit so I can add the nuts. As you're going to see now, we're going to add the nuts. Now, because I want to make as close to a gluten-free cake as possible, because more and more people are gluten-free, there's a choice that you can use. You can use buckwheat, you can use rice flour, you can use almond flour, any of those. Plus, I've used some organic self-raising flour. So you cut your gluten in half immediately. So what I've done, I've measured off my 1 kilo, so it's 500 and 500. You'll see in the pot here are all my fruit, which is mixed, and I replace butter with coconut oil. So you can use coconut oil or butter, it really doesn't matter. You can soak the fruit overnight in brandy or Tia Maria if you like. It just gives it a little zing. Then I'm going to add the flour. And now, because we're using flour that has a different consistency, the actual original recipe, because in those days there wasn't such a thing as gluten-free, when I first started making this, the original recipe says 2 eggs. Well, I use 5 eggs. And those eggs hold the flour together, because so often when you find a gluten-free product, you know, it falls apart. There's nothing worse than falling apart. I like my fruit cake to be juicy, delicious, not all dried up. So quite often when you use other products, it gets like that. But now we've got 5 eggs in here. You'll find it's going to be absolutely delicious. And I sort of do it by feel. I know more or less what the consistency should be. So if it's too thick or too thin, I either add another egg or I add some more flour. So that's looking really good. Now I'm going to add the nuts. And that is perfect. That is just the way I want it. So it's not runny. It's not so thick that it's not moving. It's just a perfect consistency. How about that? So now, another little tip, which is just makes things so easy. So I cross each one of the little dishes with baking paper, and then I drop the contents into the bottom, just like that. And when they're all full, then what I do is I bake it in the oven for about 40 minutes at 180 degrees. As can be done the same with a little cake. So with this recipe, I normally get 2 trays plus 1, or 1 big Christmas cake. That's the consistency of this recipe. 40 minutes later, there you have it. delicious little fruit cookies. Serve for tea, serve as a dessert. And there's something else I'd like to share with you, a fabulous way to serve it. This is not cream, this is cashew nut cream. It's cashews, unsalted, raw, put through the liquidizer with vanilla essence, organic vanilla essence, not the imitation, please, organic vanilla essence. And you can just top that on each cookie and it tastes absolutely delicious. It's rich and creamy and tastes divine. So if you enjoyed that segment, the details are on my website. And if you liked it, please click the like button. And I'd love you to subscribe to my video channel. Have a wonderful day.